And our next main topic of today, and I got to tell you guys, I'm going to get into this one because I literally just finished this movie, and this is Wonder Woman 84. So I just finished Wonder Woman 84. This is obviously the second movie in the Wonder Woman franchise. It's the fourth time Wonder Woman has appeared in live action in the DCEU. I was very excited for this movie. I really wanted to see it. I saw the first trailer. The first trailer didn't excite me too much, but okay, whatever, right? I am not a huge Kristen Wiig fan, especially in a villainous role, but I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot, you know? So I start this movie. I got to be straight honest. As Gabby, I'm gonna say exactly what you're saying. She says not great. WW84 wasn't impressed. I gotta go farther than that. I'm actually gonna delve in farther. I thought Wonder Woman 84 was straight trash. This movie was horrible. It was campy. It was Batman and Robin kind of campy. Stupid humor. It wasn't funny at all. Let me try to do positives. A couple of positives were some really cool visual scenes when they're flying in the jet through the fireworks. Pretty cool. There's a couple of really cool visual scenes, but honestly, if that's it, that's all they got, it's terrible. The acting wasn't great. Pedro Pascal's character was so over the top. I didn't like him. I still was not impressed with Kristen Wiig as a villain. I thought she was bad. And what pissed me off the most about this movie, I gotta say, is just how hard they tried to explain things. Like straight retconning stuff that just doesn't even need to be retconned or doesn't even need to be included. And I have two major gripes. One, the invisible jet. They came up with this, I don't even know how much I want to say. They came up with a way to explain the invisible jet that they shouldn't have even bothered with. It was horrible. It was a straight up retcon. I hated it. And then the second thing, and again, I'm trying not to spoil anything. It just, man, yeah, I don't even know if I should say it. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. But, and it's other things. Like there's a scene where Kristen Wiig is standing there talking to Gal Gadot, and she's got a briefcase that she had quick shoved some papers in and closed it. So the papers were sticking out. Well, you see her, the papers are sticking out. They go away to Gal Gadot's character. They go back to Kristen Wiig's character, and the papers are not sticking out anymore. Goes back to Gal Gadot's character, goes back to Kristen Wiig's character. The papers are sticking out again. And it's lots of things like, dude, come on, this is a major blockbuster movie. You shouldn't have those kind of mistakes. And Patty Jenkins, I'm shocked that she had those kind of mistakes. I'm shocked at how terrible that was. They went over the top. I want to be careful how I say this. Mandalorian just had a great scene with 4 very empowered women doing great heroic stuff, but didn't force it as, we are 4 very empowered women doing great heroic stuff. It just fit the narrative of the story. Wonder Woman 84 did what Wonder Woman, the original one, did not do. The original Wonder Woman didn't really force that issue. Yes, Wonder Woman is very powerful, and she's a great heroine, and should be looked up to, and should be admired. This was just over the top, going on how bad men are and how shitty men are, and this is what men do to women all the time. And maybe it was just what men did to women in the 80s is what they were trying to say. I don't know, but it was so overboard on that. And they don't have to do it. Just tell a story. You can show that once. I get it. Cool. Yes, there was okay, somebody gets harassed and she overcomes it. Cool. Awesome. But it was multiple times. And it doesn't fit the narrative of the story. What does this have to do with Wonder Woman and her strife as a superhero? I don't get it. And it's distracting from the movie. I like superhero movies. I like to watch superhero movies. And look, again, it's not that they shouldn't have any of those scenes. Cool, I get it. You want to show a scene that shows women empowerment overcoming, pig-headed men. That's awesome. You don't have to have 4. You could have 1. It was so much. It was so distracting by the 4th time that it took me out of the movie. And again, I'm not one of those guys like, well, forget women. No, I'm not saying that. I love powerful women in movies. I love great women superheroes. I love that. I just don't like it when it's so overly done to the point where it's distracting from what the movie is supposed to be. And I felt like they definitely do that. Gabby chimes in again. She says, I was trying to be nice, but you're right. It was straight trash. Yeah, and I don't want to say it's straight trash. Like, I hate giving this review. Like, I really do. But I was furious with this movie. I'm like, come on. There are straight up 2 moments in the movie where they rip off other movies. There's a moment where they literally take the score from the movie Kick-Ass. Beat for beat, note for note, take one of the scores out of the movie Kick-Ass. And then they do it again from a DCEEU film. Okay, I will say that. But they take the score from Batman v Superman. The Bruce Wayne scene in the beginning of Batman v Superman where his parents are getting killed, they took that score and just dropped it into Wonder Woman. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And this is Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer, one of the greatest movie composers out there. And he did this. And I was just floored. It was terrible. And that's just a couple of things. And there's so much more. And unfortunately, again, I can't really get into a lot of it without giving away spoilers. And that's kind of, it's hard. It's really hard. It's just, yeah. And there's one more thing, and I'm going to try to say it without spoiling anything. They show off one of Wonder Woman's powers in this movie. And it totally breaks continuity because if she had the power in this movie, she would have had the power in Batman v Superman, and she would have had the power in Justice League. So literally breaking continuity, showing this power that she has. So many issues. I have so many problems with this movie. It was just bad. And again, I hate to give this review. I really, really do. But I got to say, for me, Wonder Woman 84 is a straight thumbs down. It's a straight thumbs down. And I'm sorry to say. So, guys, let me know what you guys think. Maybe you think I'm an idiot, which, I am. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Your guys' thoughts. Have you seen Wonder Woman 84? Have you not? I want to hear from you. Also, I wanted to bring this up to you really quick. I'm going to show you guys. So, there's a couple of things I wanted to add to that. So the Rotten Tomato let me try this again. Rotten Tomato meter and audience score. So the tomato meter critic rating right now is at 67%. That's basically a D+. And the audience score is at 74 cents. So pretty much a straight C on the verified audience score. But I don't know if it shows the box office totals. There's not. Well, apparently Wonder Woman 84 has not been doing well in the box office, but that isn't a huge thing simply because with COVID going on, there's not a whole lot to work with the box office. But they were saying that it underperformed probably a little bit even compared to what it should have done in COVID. I don't know how you even predict that really, but I will say I can see why now. Because word of mouth is not going to help this movie. This movie is awful. The only people who are going to see this are the ones who already have, already have HBO Max. And that was the other thing. The CGI. So HBO Max broadcasts the first movie they broadcast in 4K. And the 4K just showed how bad some of the CGI was in this movie. And again, there are a couple of scenes that are visually amazing, and I will give it to them. There are a couple of scenes like, wow, this looks awesome. But for the most part, the CGI in this movie is, again, straight trash. Like, I thought I was watching the original Wonder Woman TV show with Linda Carter kind of bad. I gotta say, this is an epic fail in my book for Patty Jenkins. I will say Gal Gadot didn't do a bad job with what she was given, but I think the writing was so horrible that she wasn't given much to do. I'm sorry again. I know I'm just piling on at this point, but I gotta say, guys, I was very, very unimpressed with this movie. But again, it's not about me, it's about you. So please let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on Wonder Woman 84. Or, of course, through the tip link via streamlabs.com/movieidiot. And I'm going to move on to my next main topic.